Hello beauties, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever be your time zone. You welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. If you just see my face for the first time, thank you, welcome. And yes, I'm in a better mood today. Like, I'm in a way better mood today as compared to the last video I made. And thank you guys. Oh my god, thank you my fam, thank you my community members, thank you everybody that encouraged me and talked to me. And you guys don't know how much it means for somebody to just tell you don't worry, it's fine, to be okay or whatever. And I received massive love from the last video I made. I even saw a friend in church today, like a subscriber turned friend, and she just said she just needed to give me a hug, that she saw my video and she was just encouraging me and that everything will be fine. And that prompted me to make this video today, just to tell everybody that yes, I'm in a better mood, I'm in a much more better space. And the moral lesson is just share if you need to. Like, if you're in a place where going through stuff, share it if you need to. Like they say, a problem shared is half solved, right? So I mean, I'm almost digressing. I've not even introduced this video, but I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you everyone for encouraging me. Thank you guys. You guys are a gem. Like, thank you. So guys, in today's video I promised to talk about marriage and a few things about marriage. And as you can see from the title, it's a story time about something that happened during my wedding. So what I titled this video, let's just say it's a story time of my wedding disaster. Like, if you have wedded or if you've gotten married and you did your wedding, you know that there's always something that did not go right in a wedding. While you're preparing for your wedding ceremony and all that, there's this one thing that you planned and it failed. So this is that thing that would have been a huge disaster, and it has to be in the area of food. Like, catering is, for me, at least in my own country, Nigeria, if you're going to a wedding, every other thing can be disaster, but let food not be disaster. Or talk more, let there be food. Not to talk of a situation whereby there's no food in a wedding. Have you, please, if you've been to a wedding, if you're Nigerian or anywhere you're from and you've been to a wedding that there was no food, please can you kindly tell me on the comment section, because that was the disaster of my wedding. There was not going to be food, but God turned the disaster into something better. I guess we are not going to have food, but God turned it into something else. Okay, so just continue listening to the story. Yes, thank you for being here. If you don't know me, my name is Olivia. I'm a Nigerian migrant who lives in South Africa, and I make various content. So if you're not yet part of this family, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, just a click away from you, and hit on the bell sign. You will be notified whenever I post any video, okay? And give this video a huge thumbs up because it helps the video. So having said that, let's talk about what happened actually. My own wedding disaster. I know a lot of people that wedded and they don't have a wedding album today. Like, there are different disasters. Tell me your own wedding disaster. If you have been married and you had a wedding or a traditional marriage, tell me what went wrong or what would have gone wrong. I know a lot of people that wedded and they didn't have cake. I know somebody that on her wedding day it was scattered, like it was cancelled. Literally, we had made our ashebi and everything, but just to come to the venue and there's no longer a wedding. So yes, there's always this wedding disaster story in every wedding, or almost wedding disaster. Tell me yours. And so it happened like this. I was going to get married. Okay, so my husband of course was living here in South Africa at the time, and I just graduated from uni, so I had time, I had ample time. And my husband was like, he was using the mentality of South Africa, get a wedding planner. I was actually looking for a wedding planner at the time. That was 2011, but I couldn't really find, because it wasn't a popular thing at that time. So renting a wedding planner for your wedding normally was not a popular thing. So I didn't get a wedding planner. I said, okay, let me plan the wedding by myself. Since I had time, I graduated. I was going to go for National Youth Service Corps in November, so I graduated in February. So I had time. I was just waiting, so I had time to plan. And there was money, at least. The person that was bringing the money, my husband, he was bringing the money. So I didn't, let me be planning. So I was just asking people, and at the time I was the first person that got married in my house, so I didn't know like somebody that my sisters used or my relatives used, something like that. So I met a woman, a cake woman. Thanks to that woman anyway. I can't remember how I got her to make my cake. Then she was the one that was telling me, okay, photography, this person is good, because she's into, you know, of course, wedding things. She had contacts of people that did other things like catering, photography. I think I sourced the venue myself, a little other thing. So the woman told me about a woman who she said she was at a wedding and the food was really, really good. The food was tasty. I said okay. She gave me the contact of the woman. I went to the woman. I told her I was wedding. She told me how many capacity. I told her 300 people, catering for 300 people. She said okay. We sat down. She said it was going to be a plate, one ridiculous price, like very cheap. I mean, when I mean ridiculous, very, very cheap. She said a plate is going to be so and so price. I said okay. So we decided that she's going to cook for me jollof rice, fried rice, egusi soup, vegetable soup. Okay. How many food now have I called? 4. And fufu. She's going to buy the fufu. Then she's going to cook white rice and sauce. The white rice and sauce that I usually like these days. Yeah, white rice and sauce. And she also said she was going to make vegetable salad and fruit salad. Bikunu. Okay. I felt the price was good. In fact, the price was good. I told my husband, he said, is this person going to cook all this? I said yes. He said okay, but it sounds cheap to him though. I can't remember the price again, but it was really very, very cheap. Again, she said that she's going to also have an extra cooler of one soup and one kind of rice for both my mother-in-law and my mom. Like really? Okay. I came back to that woman that referred me to her, who is my cake woman. Okay, that woman, she did cake and decoration for the wedding venue. I may be putting 1 or 2 pictures. I will actually be putting 1 or 2 pictures of my wedding as I show you this video. Okay, so yeah, so she said she's going to do all that. When I came to the woman, I told her okay, so the woman, I look at what we discussed and look at the price. She said no, that price doesn't look feasible, that it was ridiculous. Okay, like I said how? She said it's too cheap. Nobody can cook all these things you just mentioned now for you at this price. I said, but she told me, we sat down and we calculated it. Meanwhile, this woman she had a restaurant in a local government or something. So we sat in her restaurant. She gave me food she made. It was nice. We sat, and the meats were going to be chicken and beef. Okay, so when they want to cook for you, they will ask you all you need. Chicken and beef for the meat, plus all the fish. You know, Nigerian soup normally would have fish and stock fish. So these are all the things she mentioned that she'll be cooking. I said okay. She said this fruit salad, she wants to use that as starter. People that just came, that really came early, might not really be for everybody, but people that came early inside the hall, she'll just place it on their tables. Like, sounds fancy. And I'm like okay. And again, she said she was going to hire the people that are going to serve the food. You know how it is buffet. Then this was like 10 years ago, because remember, it's my wedding anniversary in December, 10 years wedding anniversary. So she said she was going to hire the people that are going to be wearing catering and buffet. So if you come, they will serve you. If you come, they serve you. Okay, all this in this price. Okay. My husband said, well, you people know how these things work in Nigeria. If you think it's cheap, why not ask her to add money for her? I said I didn't even beat the price. She was the one that told me the price. Then she said okay. Then he said okay, this maybe she will deliver. Okay. The other woman said, this woman, are you sure she's going to deliver? Like the cake woman, the cake and catering woman that referred me to her. She's like, she'll call me again and she said, Olivia, this woman, I don't think she'll deliver. I said, I don't know. Am I to call her now and say, Madam, I don't think you will deliver. It's too cheap. Let me add money. Nobody does that now, right? Okay, so I paid her. I think I paid her all the money. I paid her half, but around the wedding time, I had to pay her everything because I was paying up everybody. The plan was, after my wedding that day, the next day I'm leaving for Lagos. The next 2 days we are leaving for South Africa. So I didn't want to owe anybody. So you know how wedding preparations are now. We are planning the wedding. Everybody is busy. By the time it's coming closer to the wedding, I was busy. I think I wasn't really checking up on her. If you know me very well, you know that sometimes I'm not good on checking up on things. That's one of my fault. I'm not good. I wasn't checking up on her. I know I sorted. Anyone I sort out. I'm like, okay, this one has been sorted. Okay, this one has been sorted. So I sorted out the whole decor and cake. I sorted out food. So as I was just sorting people out, I sorted all of them out. Remember, I was my own wedding planner alone. Nobody was helping me. The reason I didn't have help was my sisters, my younger ones are in the university, my older ones are not around, they're in Lagos. My parents, what are they going to do for me? Yeah, okay, so I was just handling my thing myself. Anyone I sort, I know I've sorted. I think I wasn't really calling because I got them from somebody that is into wedding. Most of them, but the DJ, like people were just telling me, okay, if I go to this person, they can tell me, go to this person, go to this person, go to this person. So I didn't see the need to keep in touch with them. But when the wedding was coming closer, like a month, I called the catering woman and I gave her the balance. Then I wasn't calling her again. So when my husband came back, he came back 1 week before our wedding. So he's like, okay, so how is everything going now? I said, it's been long, I've not even called this woman, let me call her. We called her. She didn't pick. Okay, my husband is like, okay, you know how it is, maybe she's busy, and that was it. I didn't call her again and she didn't return the call. Actually, after I called, she didn't return the call. Then after a day to the wedding, I said, this woman, I've not even heard from her, the caterer that I've paid. Well, I've not heard from her, let me call her again. So I called this auntie. She was not picking. I became worried. My husband was like, please call her. Like, when last did you hear from her? I said, it's been a while. Like, when I gave her the last money, that was the last time I heard from her. It's like, really? And you've not? I said, why do I have to like keep calling the man? He said, well, that's true. Anyway, call her. We called and called and called her. This woman was not picking. In the night again, we called and called and called. This woman was not picking. Hey, wahala. What Nigerians call wahala, that's problem. Okay, my husband said, that means we're not going to have a wedding food, obviously, because from the look of things, you've paid this woman, you've completed the payment, but she has not called back. She has not even told you. Normally, she would tell you, look how far I've gone. Okay, I'm making plans or whatever, or even return your call, even if she's busy, or just keep in touch because, I mean, it's your wedding. She did not call me. Oh, my husband, I said, what are we going to do? This is a night to our wedding. We were already in the hotel. Everything has been finalized, sorted. Where are we going to get food for our guests? Because it doesn't look like this woman will pitch. We said, okay, there's nothing we can do at this point. My husband said, after the wedding, I'll put you in the car, we'll move. I said, no, I cannot do that kind of thing to myself. What about the reception? Remember, when you have a wedding, you just, after the church wedding in Nigeria, which is held in the church, then you take your bride and your groom, will now be in one car and go to the reception. So it's the reception that people are actually, the reception hall or venue, that's where people are supposed to eat food. So we said, there's nothing we can do. And that's my husband's like, what you can't help, you can't kill yourself. I said, what are we going to do? I was awake like till 12 o'clock. I was calling this auntie, she was not picking. We said, it has happened now, no food for the wedding. What can we do? We know how it is. The next day, we started planning for the wedding. Then I dressed up everything. I was looking beautiful. Like, I don't know who called me and said, Ketra is calling you. She's missing her way. Well, I said, which Ketra? Do I have a Ketra? They say, yes, the caterer is missing her way. You know, she was trying to get it. I said, okay, is the caterer coming? She said, yeah, of course. People are saying, didn't you plan for a caterer? I didn't tell anybody. It was just me and my husband. My dear, my men and brethren, brothers and sisters, you needed to see what this woman cooked. Superb. Were you planning for me to tell you rubbish? No, this woman was the best. Like, everything I did on my wedding, she was the best. All the things on my wedding, they was beautiful. Both the cake, both the venue, and the photographer was top notch. But I tell you, this woman was the best. This woman cooked. In fact, by the time the wedding venue was set, this woman has set all the fruit salad with milk inside, like a takeaway dish, placed it. She delivered more than I paid for. I swear to you, there was buffet even before everybody entered, before people started coming into the hall. You know, there was buffet. All the buffet people were waiting. This woman cooked. She delivered everything. She cooked rice, white rice, jollof rice, fried rice, rice and sauce. She cooked egusi soup, vegetable soup. She cooked fufu. I think she even made chin chin on top, like bonus jara. Oh my god, people ate, and everybody was saying, your wedding food is wonderful, this wedding food is delicious. Oh my god, where did you get this woman from? Guys, I did not have a wedding disaster after all. This woman cooked food for my parents-in-law and for my parents. Like, she delivered. I think we planned to give her extra money, but we didn't, because you know how it is when you finish wedding, give everything. We had to travel and left. This woman was amazing. Like, guys, this woman was amazing. When I say amazing, she was amazing. She was the best thing that happened to my wedding. The catering was good. It was fantastic. There was surplus food. Moral lesson: do not underestimate anybody. Like, when you're having a ceremony, pray and put it into God's hands. God will make everything beautiful for you. Nigerians, we love food. We love to go for a wedding and eat good food, and even have takeaway and, you know, food surplus, drinks. That's the highlight of it too. We don't care if we have food in our house or not too. Most times, of course you have food in your house, but wedding food, so it would have been a real disaster that people came for my wedding and there was no food, but God turned it to be beautiful. I just want to say, may God bless this woman. Tell me what happened during your wedding or wedding disaster, or any wedding series you want me to bring. I will possibly bring it to you guys. Yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit on the subscribe button and hit on the bell sign. Give this video a huge thumbs up and tell me what you learned. And don't worry about life. This taught me not to worry. If we had worried and not slept on our wedding night and woke up with bags on our eyes, the woman would have still turned up, right? And everything, but would have been ugly. Our pictures would have been ugly. But we had really beautiful pictures. Like, we had an awesome wedding ceremony. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.